Thanks for the welcome. I'm Asbjørn, I'm a Danish artist, and it's my very first time coming to China at all, and had my first show last night in Beijing. It was amazing. I'm so happy to be here. Hey, I am Asbjørn, I'm a Danish pop artist, and I'm here in China for the very first time. And thanks Luxury Times for having me. I grew up with two music teachers as parents, and I used to write songs with my mother on the piano, and at some point I got too impatient and started playing myself and writing my own songs. I released my first album in 2012 called Sunken Ships, and I released Pseudovisions in 2015, and right now I'm working on my new album, which is gonna be out next year. I had to do music because I believe there are a lot of things I have to do, or we have to do, to make the world a more open and free place. For me, as a boy or a man or somewhere in between, it's incredibly important to have a wider ideal of what masculinity is. To me, masculinity is very fluent. It's also femininity. It's dancing exactly how you want to dance. It's expressing everything you want to express without having this expectation of the strong man, because the strong man is so incredibly uninteresting by now. We've seen him 1,000 times. So I wanna see all the boys in the world just being themselves and defining themselves what it means to be a boy or a man. Yeah, well, I think I've always found it very natural to dance and be free in that. I guess as a kid it was just, you know, with my parents, with my friends, and every time I got a new CD, you know, my first CD was Destiny's Child, Writings on the Wall, and I was so excited. I took it home and I locked the door to the living room, and I just started making choreographies for all of my favorite pop songs. So I think, you know, that's always been a very important part of making music for me, the body. Reacting to the music. Every time I don't know like what to do with a production or a song, I just turn it up like I used to do as a kid, and I dance my way to, you know, how the production should be, how the song should feel. Because music is body, music is movement, music is dance for me. Well, obviously I have no expectation at all, because I haven't been here, I haven't done the work yet. It's just, I guess, been available to everybody, and I'm kind of surprised. Last night was my first ever show in China, and there were fans to me. That's incredible. And I guess the fans that are here are very much the same as everywhere else I go. I have a tendency to connect with everybody who's a little bit left field, everybody who's a little bit strange, and I guess that's natural because I've always been that too. Seeing a shy young boy yesterday who almost couldn't say hello to me, but you know, that means so much to me, that he's coming and that he can see himself in somebody, you know, living as far away as I do from him, and who has a completely different life than he has. That means the world to me. So as long as these people are there, and apparently they are, I'm the happiest little pup Dane ever. I guess for me, I grew up in a very free community. I was raised at the school that my parents were teachers at. I didn't kind of get a lot of hate or discrimination, but still I grew up as a gay kid, and obviously, you know, that is a challenge for so many people, and it has been later in my life. I think it definitely stems from there. But I think, you know, I've always been a huge fan of female artists. You know, that's basically everything I listened to Destiny's Child, to Spice Girls, to Britney Spears, to Madonna, and you know, we have so few male artists that actually fight for the right to be themselves, and female artists have done that, you know, for such a long time. So I think it's about time that we step up and do the same and define for ourselves what it means to be a man, instead of just letting the industry decide. That's a very tricky question. You know, China and Denmark is incredibly far from each other. I haven't lived in Chinese culture. I didn't grow up in it. All I see now visiting is that people are nice. They're good people. So you must have done something right. I firmly believe in not telling others what to do. But obviously, I do hope that while being strict and while being a good person and a good child, that everybody has the freedom to explore, to be curious in life. That's my only hope. Well, obviously I think about it a lot. I think about it as an extension of my music, of my movement. It has to be nice to move in. It has to be colorful. It has to be challenging. Well, I buy most of my clothes in second-hand shops, basically. And then I love Kenzo. I love, you know, every kind of weird suit. I got this in Jordan at a market. I have no idea what it is. I just know that I knew I could move and be free in it. I jump rope every day for half an hour because it's really good for, you know, singing and dancing at the same time. And I started doing it because I was doing a music video for my song called Nothing to Lose, which was kind of in a boxer setting, and we had to do like choreography with jump rope, and I became addicted to that. So I do that every day, and I guess that's kind of, you know, the stage outfits I do for this tour is very much, I got that especially designed for the tour, with boxing clothes and a robe and like everything, because, you know, it has the focus. Boxing and jump roping has this focus and this strength and this, you know, you have to be invested in every jump to really do it, and with every hit. So I guess, you know, somewhat relating to fashion, I guess, you know, I like clothes that hit you, that you can't not look at, that wants your attention and that wants you to move in it.